Recently, results for the 8 Bits to Infinity VimJam were released. For those who don't know, VimJam was the first game jam hosted by popular YouTuber and streamer VimLark and the 8 Bits to Infinity team. Out of the 468 games submitted, Pushy was ranked 2nd overall. It also ranked 1st in the technical implementation category. I was absolutely stoked with the result, considering how many awesome games were submitted in the jam. In this video, I'll be covering the feedback I received for the game, what worked well, and what could be improved. I think Pushy gave a first good impression, with a clean and polished menu. The buttons had impactful switching animations and sound effects.
That's satisfying. I like that menu a lot. Ooh.
Also, I think the transition effect between rooms helped bring the game to life. The game uses cute but very simple pixel art. There are plenty of other games in the jam with much more detailed and better looking pixel art, but I think sticking to a colour palette and making the characters goofy and happy added to the overall feel of the game.
There we go. Okay, that's cute. Oh my god. I love this. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my god, look at this, guys. It's so cute.
Oh, they're so cute. Oh, look, you have a little, the little feet. Oh, the feet are so cute.
The game is easy for anyone to pick up and play, which I think is important for a jam game, as people don't tend to spend long playing each game. The controls are simple. You only use the arrow keys to move the worm around, and it was also familiar with several players. Identifying the movement style was similar to Snakebird, but also recognising the mechanics in my game were quite different. The objective was also clear. You have 3 kids and 3 pieces of fruit, and you soon discover that you can push fruit around. Even without reading any instructions, player would understand that you need to push the fruit back to your kids. I think for most part, the learning curve was well balanced. I put in quite a bit of effort to ensure that levels got gradually harder. The puzzles were challenging but not too hard, and it seemed a lot of players could progress quite far and finish the game. The undo feature I think was important. It helped eliminate the frustration of needing to redo steps in a level. VimLark has previously mentioned on stream, when designing your games you should respect the player's time. I 100% agree with this advice. Anything you can do to reduce repetition or any of the boring parts in your game just adds to the overall experience. I received some really great feedback from the community on what could be done to improve the game. Several had mentioned the way to get fruit on the head could have been communicated better.
Wait, how am I supposed to push that one? Okay, maybe I will figure it out. This seems a bit confusing at the moment. Push against it. Okay. There we go.
It meant that many players got stuck early in the game on level 2 where fruit is placed in the corner. When you first look at it, it looks impossible to get the fruit out. It wasn't made clear enough that you could just walk straight into the fruit and then the worm would pick it up onto its head. I figured there was a few different ways I could teach the picking up mechanic to the player. One perhaps by having text in the game to explain it. Another could be to have a different animated worm in the background doing the pickup maneuver. Or better yet, let the player discover this themselves through better level design. So this is a new level I've come up with to teach the player the mechanic of picking up fruit on your head. The narrow passageway forces you to walk straight into the fruit. When this happens, you realise that you can pick up fruit this way. Some players also seem to get stuck on level 5. In this level, you need to stack the apples to the left of the platform to get to the orange above. I noticed some people chose to stack them on the right side, which was fine initially to get the orange down, but found themselves stuck when trying to get the apples out. Given it was still early in the game, I decided to redesign this level and make it clear to the player that you needed to stack the apples on the left and avoid getting stuck on the right side by completely removing the right wall. Another thing I noticed was when some players got stuck, they would restart the whole level without realising there was an undo option.
This is not what I want to do. I'm stuck. Oh, no. No! Has anybody else gotten stuck like that? I did it again. I did it again. No! No! Oh yeah, there's an undo button too. Oh guys, I'm stupid.
I don't think I made it clear enough that this option existed, so going forward I'll probably make this stand out more in the GUI. In addition to the picking up mechanic, it wasn't made clear that the worm could drop fruit in front of them by pushing down. It sometimes left the player in awkward positions just to get the fruit down into their nest.
There we go. Getting it off the head's a little weird. I still haven't fully grasped.
I will try to look at ways of teaching this to the player, again with better level design, perhaps in tutorial-like levels early on in the game. I received a bit of mixed feedback with regards to the colour scheme that I used. Some liked it, and others thought it wasn't saturated or vibrant enough. So I took a screen grab and upped the saturation to compare. I would really be curious to know what you think. What do you prefer? The original look on the left? Or the more saturated look on the right? Please leave a comment below to let me know what you think. Overall, I was really pleased with how the game turned out. It's by far the best I've ever ranked in any jam, so I figured it was worthwhile to keep working on. In my next video, I will talk about future plans, which includes a possible mobile port. If you are interested in following the development of Pushy Worm, please push the subscribe button. If you haven't played it yet and want to, it's free to download from itch.io. I've left a link in the description. Also, be sure to check out other high-ranking games from the jam. I especially love Bud, which totally deserved to win the jam. It's a retro throwback to classic NES-style Metroidvanias, and the developer Engineer Kappa made everything in the game themselves, including music. Also check out Third Place Rewinder, which is a top-down shooter with an awesome rope mechanic that is unlike anything I have seen in any other game. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a like and or comment, which really helps the visibility of this channel. I'd say that most of you here would have already heard of and seen some of VimLark's videos, but in the chance you haven't, definitely check him out too. He is a huge inspiration for my game development journey, and Pushy Worm wouldn't exist if it weren't for the game jam he hosted. I'd also like to thank FME for all the great feedback on stream. That's all from me, thanks for watching and talk to you soon.